Welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 2 battle playthrough. Today we shall be doing Rouge's first hunting level.
Yes, we'll be doing Rouge, alright?
Please don't get into that.
Yeah. But essentially, just to talk about her character quickly, of course, very controversial when she first appeared, just because in terms of her appearance, you know, kind of adults weren't really happy that this kind of sex symbol character was introduced in what was primarily thought of as a children's game series. It kind of mirrors what happened in the start of the Crash Bandicoot franchise. For those of you who remember Crash Bandicoot 1, of course, he had a girlfriend called Talia or something along those lines, and she was like a 6 foot tall, big breasted kind of Bandicoot babe, as it were. And after the first game, you know, there was a lot of parent backlash saying it's very inappropriate for a children's game series, so she was, you know, kind of shuffled out the series, and she was replaced with Coco, Crash's little sister. But I guess this kind of speaks to maybe the strength and integrity maybe of the Sonic franchise, that they kind of had this, you know, kind of adult character and still, you know, was able to maintain her. But of course, the biggest game where it's had the most complaints of Rouge was actually Sonic Riders.
Oh, I think I remember about that, yeah.
Because her outfit was said to be too skimpy, and also they had a couple of her move lists with stuff like Sexy Wink and Sexy Kiss, which I think just using the word sexy kind of, you know, puts some parents off.
I've got to say though, I don't know who they're trying to appeal to with the sex symbol here.
Yeah, there's this weird bat creature, you know, it's just weird.
I mean, you know, Jessica Rabbit was human, so that was forgivable.
It's kind of weird though, because in terms of being flirtatious, she doesn't really flirt with anyone. You know, in terms of the like obviously in Sonic X she kind of flirts with everyone, but in terms of the games, the only games where she actually is flirty it's Sonic Battle and Sonic Chronicles. So it's weird that she's only really, you know, in a lot of promotional material they say, oh, she's a big flirt. It's kind of weird that she only really flirts in 2 spin-off games.
The only thing flirtatious about her nowadays is her over-the-top kind of whore voice, really. Oh, hi, I didn't expect to see you guys again.
Long time no see. Yeah, you suck, Thomas.
Don't you ever use my full name.
Okay, Captain Douchebag.
That'll do, thank
That's
you.
better.
Right, I don't particularly care for Sand Ocean or whatever it's called. Oh, by the way, you can get through that section when you've got the bazooka later on. But yeah, the way it's set out, it doesn't really suit the walker at all.
No, because it's just this is probably the worst design level, just because it involves a lot of jumping, and the jumping mechanics for the walkers is not very accurate.
Now, we've talked about Rouge, why don't we talk about Shadow?
Okay, of course in the big lead up to this game, in fact in the promotional trailer that premiered at E3 like 2000, I think, it's on my channel somewhere. Basically the whole thing was basically just showed you a bunch of Sonic footage, and at the end it kind of like just showed you like a clip of Shadow, and basically, you know, after that everyone was like, what the hell is that? Because the big, you know, thing about SA2 was literally, you know, there's like a copy of Sonic, and no one really knew who he was in the beginning. I think part of me, honestly, like the cynic in me, thinks that maybe Sega was just like, oh, you know, just give Sonic a clone.
Kind of like what Wario is to Mario, really.
Kind of, yeah. Only it's weird. It kind of is, but Wario and Shadow don't really share the same characters.
Wario's just a greedy douche and Shadow's an emo douche, so yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, it's weird. A portion of the fan base would actually gets very, not upset, but you know, they don't like to have Shadow referred to as an emo.
Well, that's what he is. Up until Shadow the Hedgehog, anyway.
Well, I wouldn't say he's an emo, but I will say about Shadow. Shadow is like literally the only character in the history of the franchise to be introduced with some kind of decent backstory and to have any kind of character arc which lasts over more than one game.
That's true, yeah.
Because, you know, like Tails has his arc in SA1, Amy has her arc in SA1, Shadow has an arc which, you know, starts in SA2, kind of goes a bit in Heroes, goes a bit in Battle, and of course is finished in his spin-off game.
Yeah, Shadow has an arc, alright. It blows up the moon.
Ah.
Wordplay, yes. Yeah, the
Yeah,
very
she-
first time I heard about this game, I'll let you get back to your thing in a minute, it was just, I knew nothing about this, then my mate like pulled out a magazine and said, you heard about the latest Sonic game, and after Adventure I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, oh my god, wow. I was like, why is Sonic black and red? What's going on?
I just remember, I can't remember how old I was, but I remember it came out, the Dreamcast version came out like a week before my birthday did. So I remember playing it, but what sucked is I had to go to Germany for a week on my birthday, so I was like, wait, I'm gonna get back and finish SO2, I'm gonna get back and finish SO2.
Yeah.
I do remember specifically playing it. I like the story, but I remember just, you know, hating the Walker and Treasure Hunt levels, thinking, oh fuck, you know, just give me another racing level for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. It's a good job no one was using these monuments, you know what I'm saying?
And of course, we have Sonic teams. They're still doing to this day their lazy notion of having one voice clip and just replaying it over and over again for the same action.
That's true.
Yo!
I'm actually...
Sorry, you go ahead.
No. Carry on.
I was saying, they even do it in Unleashed. It's like they have the same clip of Griffith going Yahoo! Every time he jumps and shit. It's like, Jesus, man, just have him record it 5 different times and alternate.
Well, speaking of voice acting Unleashed, I looked on the Wikipedia page, it said Ryan Drummond, so unless someone's played a prank.
Been edited by somebody. That's blatantly been edited by somebody. On the space. But we're about to hear and see weird things. We're about to hear some odd British newscaster for some reason, and about to see Eggman scratch his ass.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic movies does a great impression of that newsreader. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I'm surprised he doesn't go, hey Mario, let's have a carriage ride. Flash. Reserve bank today. Mary Poppins stole a Chaos Emerald.
His collar goes into his arm there.
That's what you call clipping.
Clearly not blue.
Yeah. That's a terrible shot of his face there.
No, there's an even worse shot in the arc. It's a close-up of his eye. It looks really bad.
Well, it looks like he's got one eye.
Exactly, it just looks bad.
Like, where's the other one? Is it off on vacation or something?
How pathetic.
And of course, there's the great David Humphreys, former Shadow. He actually got this job because he's friends with Ryan Drummond.
Well, how
And
about
Ryan
that?
Drummond actually recommended him. Now, if you go back and listen carefully, you can hear a kind of gun effect, but it's not very clear in this game as he gets shot.
Well, as compare that to Shadow, where you just literally hear the gunshot.
Yeah. Well, in Shadow, of course, you see a gun try to lift up a gun. But of course, it's weird because in the Japanese version of both games, in the Japanese version, apparently, it really spells it out for you. That she gets shot, and of course, in the Japanese version of the Shadow game, you actually see her body get shot and fall to the floor. Apparently.
Well, that's kind of odd, because Japan censors most games, really.
Really? Well, to go a bit off topic, the Shadow game was censored quite a bit in England. Like all of the red blood for the aliens was changed to pink. The humans don't actually die in the English version. You hear them moaning at the Japanese version; they would just die. And of course, a lot of the harsher swear words were edited out, like Sonic saying "piss" was taken out.
What's the point?
What's the point of what?
What's the point of editing swear words? It's just words.
Well, I think it's, you know, of course in Japan the thing is because in terms of their culture there aren't really any swear words, as it were.
Yeah, it's like, what's the big fucking deal? It doesn't hurt anybody.
What's the big fucking deal, bitch?
Oh god, let's not break into the song.
How would you like to suck my bars? Yes.
Now, the Empire City trailer for Unleashed got shown today. What do you think about it?
Pretty sweet.
It kind of reminds me of a mix of this and Speed Highway from SA1.
Yes. I'd love it though if we got some like running through traffic, basically like those levels in Mario Kart where you're racing in the city. That'd be pretty sweet.
Ah, what was it? Oh, it was Shroom Ridge, I think.
Yeah, Shroom Ridge, something like that. Yeah.
And what was I going to say? Well, apparently there's going to be multiple acts or something, so there may be a day act where you're on the ground floor.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Don't take my word for that though.
I did really like this track. Boom, ba-da, boom, boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
Well, the speed levels basically had the overall better music.
Oh god, yes.
Well then, please join us in part 3 of the SA2 battle playthrough for the rest of Radical Highway. Bye bye.